Hi. It's already the 4th month that I've been studying decentralized finance. To be honest, doing it without specialized courses is not easy because knowledge comes in fits and starts without any system, and you still have to pay for everything. Nevertheless, the process is ongoing. For example, earlier I hesitated about which networks to use, but now I know for sure that the Uniswap network is not for people with deposits under $10,000. The thing is that additional Uni token rewards are paid out on the Ethereum network, and there the fees are very high. For instance, I earned $1.50 there, but withdrawing it will cost me more than I earned. At the same time, using just one network like Arbitrum or Base isn't efficient either. At the time of publishing this video on the Celo network, you can take a loan in USDS at -4.5%, meaning you are effectively paid nearly 5% for borrowing money. Not taking advantage of such an offer would be foolish, although withdrawing crypto from the Celo network is not simple because using ordinary exchanges and bridges will lead to several percent loss of funds. Personally, I used a centralized exchange for this purpose, which is ideal for small amounts. For example, currently I have Ether pledged as collateral on AAVE on the Celo network at 16.5%, with a loan taken out at -4.5% and placed to earn 14% annually. So the total profit on the invested capital will be more than 20% per year, which isn't too bad. My next hypothesis, that using a limited number of instruments was the best approach, turned out to be wrong. For the main capital, it's probably best to use a couple of trusted protocols, but sticking to nothing else means stopping your development in DeFi. So, whether I want or not, I will have to test other opportunities with small amounts of money to build driving practice. As one blogger aptly compared DeFi to driving a car. At first, there is fear and confusion, then confidence grows into a routine. What else? I made significant progress by learning the basics of working with the Pendle protocol paired with Equilibria. This interaction adds a couple of percent to profits but also adds additional protocol risk. Currently, testing is done with small amounts of money, so I'm not too worried about losses. Of course, I wouldn't take such risks with large sums, but now experience is the most important thing. Overall, I'm currently experiencing a lack of knowledge about the operation of protocols and tokens. There's so much material that it's overwhelming, but for a beginner, the main goal is not to make money but to preserve it. The profit size in the initial stage is not the most important. I hope to bring my portfolio to an ideal balance within 5 or 6 months. 30% will be allocated to stablecoin pools, 50% to Bitcoin and Ether, and 20% to GMX pools. In terms of concrete implementation, the third part is the easiest. I also roughly know what to do with stablecoins. My priority is to use the AAVE, Pendle, and Hyperliquidity protocols. Working with Bitcoin and Ether is the hardest for me so far. Partly, it will be concentrated liquidity pools, partly deposits for stablecoins. We'll see how it goes. Any well-established scheme can be suddenly broken by a good promo offer with high interest and bonus giveaways. In the near future, I want to test buying volatile assets using narrow ranges in concentrated liquidity pools. Roughly speaking, Bitcoin fluctuated in a narrow range, generated some commission, exited at the lower edge, and then we have an asset we want to buy. If it exited at the upper edge, we open a new narrow range. Further plans include the same thing but using put options. My current portfolio has grown about 10% due to market growth, so it's not my merit. I think I'll finish here. Good luck to everyone and thanks for listening.